Coming up, low country heat results, Governor Nikki Haley's recent veto, your local business report, and much more. Keep watching, Beaufort. Your news starts now. Thanks for joining us for the Beaufort News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and here are your local headlines. Gerard Spieler, the writer who spent nearly 4 decades researching and writing about the Low Country, has died recently from an undisclosed illness. Spieler had a weekly column in the Beaufort Gazette, which ran from 1972 to 2007. Most recently, he wrote the Historically Speaking column for the Sea Island Scene. He also wrote for a Beaufort Regional Chamber of Commerce magazine. Mr. Spieler was 92. 34-year-old Marine Staff Sergeant Jerome Carter was killed Sunday in Yemisi after reportedly using force to enter the home of his estranged wife. According to witnesses, he was shot by 26-year-old Tusvan Russell, who was arrested after surrendering about 5 miles from the home. Sergeant Carter was stationed in Beaufort and had served for the Marine Corps for 16 years, including several deployments. He died Sunday in the emergency room of the Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston. The season ends for the Low Country Heat this week as they come off of a 7-6 loss to Orangeburg Post 4. The American Legion Baseball Playoff Series was in the first round, and although losing was not part of the game plan, they certainly did put up a good fight. 2 errors in the first put Orangeburg on the board, followed later by 2 more errors that led to a 4-run inning for Orangeburg. Orangeburg moves on to play Sumter on Tuesday. Beaufort County is set to host the Dixie Boys Baseball State Tournament from July 21st through July 27th. Times begin around 11 a.m. and continue through late afternoon at the Burton Wells Park in Beaufort. This is Beaufort County's 2nd year hosting the event. Data Island residents are the winners of the 2011 Adopt a Highway Award after picking up almost 6,000 pounds of trash. The group is made up of over 60 volunteers who collected trash from 10 miles of Sea Island Parkway. The Data Island residents are among other state Adopt a Highway organizations to be recognized at an awards program in Columbia. Monday was the filing deadline for those seeking part in the nonpartisan school board races. Already competing for the seats were Board of Education Chairman Fred Washington Jr. and board member Michael Rivers. The two are joined now by the former Port Royal Elementary School principal Bernie Shane. 10 of the 11 seats will be up for grabs as the 3 will compete to represent a redrawn district. The new district will include parts of the city of Beaufort, St. Helena Island, and Ladies Island. The winner will serve until 2014. According to city officials, Beaufort's own Pigeon Point Park is in need of new playground equipment. The Public Works team noticed a problem on June 1st and removed particular playground parts that looked like potential dangers. The damaged play equipment will be repaired under the warranty and will hopefully be ready for kids by mid-September. Crime Stoppers, a statewide program dedicated to receiving and disseminating information to law enforcement agencies, has a new number for Beaufort County residents to dial. The hotline number 1-888-CRIME-SC can be called anytime, day or night, to provide any contributions to ongoing criminal investigations. Calls are fielded through the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, which is manned consistently. Information leading to an arrest or a major development in an investigation could make you eligible to receive a cash reward. And here's what's making news around the state. Governor Nikki Haley vetoed $3.4 million designated to the state's schools for students who are academically and artistically talented, as well as for troubled teens. Among those hopeful for some state aid is a public residential high school that aims to foster South Carolina's future technological leaders. These schools currently receive no local taxes. This veto is among her 81 that make a total of $67.5 million from the legislature's combined $6.8 billion spending plans. The House returns to Columbia this week to take up the vetoes. On Saturday, Miss Allie Rogers from Lawrence County was crowned the winner of Miss South Carolina pageant after winning the overall swimsuit competition. The 20-year-old Clemson University student had also held the title of Miss South Carolina Teen in 2009. This year's South Carolina Teen winner was also crowned on Saturday night. 17-year-old Miss Rachel Wyatt was crowned and then dropped to her knee in a teary acceptance of her victory. The winners had a post-coronation press conference at the Columbia Museum of Art, and the Miss America pageant will take place in Las Vegas this January. Another proposal has been created to address Columbia's long-standing problem with homeless people downtown. The plan's central idea is for Christ Central Ministries to take over the city's winter shelter. Christ Central would also operate as a clearinghouse to direct the homeless to additional services that are available in the area. The plan calls for the city to pay Christ Central over $550,000 to run the winter shelter this coming winter. Currently, the city pays for the security at Ebenezer Lutheran Church, where many homeless people currently seek services. The city's estimated annual savings of the new proposal would be about $180,000. And an animal mission is starting a program called Good Bowl that provides free dog food to animal shelters across the state. Good Bowl is a partnership between Natural Balance Pet Foods, Columbia's Animal Mission, and Austin Meyer, who is a Columbia philanthropist. Natural Balance is donating high-end dog food that is made in South Carolina, and this is reportedly resulting in better health and higher adoption rates. Good Bowl has given away 250,000 pounds of food in the past year. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. Also, like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Just ahead, Buck Boone of the Island News tells us what's hot off the press when we return. Welcome back to the Beaufort News. We have Buck Boone of the Island News reporting. Buck, as the Water Festival continues on, we have the Low Country Supper. Tell us what's involved with the preparation and execution of this event.
Jessa, if you like Frogmore stew, then the Low Country Supper is this Thursday night is a place where you're going to join thousands of other people that are very hungry, and y'all all can get your fill. The work actually begins Wednesday when volunteers from the Rotary Club and other civic organizations gather at the Naval Hospital Beaufort to prep all the food. This includes cutting 1,100 pounds of sausage, cleaning 1,400 pounds of local shrimp, shucking 3,500 ears of corn, and making 300 gallons of iced tea. Then between cooking the food and transporting it downtown, getting all the servers in place, all the tables set up, it's a very busy event. But the amazing volunteers and chefs always pull it off. Last year, there were 3,000 hungry mouths to feed. So the festival is expecting at least that many this year, if not more.
Wow. Well, what other events should we look forward to as the festival wraps up?
The final weekend of the Water Festival includes bed races, the Grand Parade, an air show, the blessing of the fleet, and the parade of boats. Also on Saturday, the new Commodore will be named. The decision's always very, very hush-hush, so it will be very exciting to see who takes the helm and will lead us for the Water Festival next year. Okay, well, now switching gears to crime fighting here in Beaufort, how is the Beaufort Police Department using social media as a crime fighting tool? Through Facebook, the Beaufort Police Department is able to get tips from members of the community that actually leads to arrest. The department puts photos of recent captures, arrests, and in some cases, wanted criminals up on Facebook. On July the 12th, the department said that due to the assistance of some helpful Facebook fans, a wanted man was identified in less than 1 hour after his image was posted on Facebook. He is the 9th unknown person this year to be identified through the use of Facebook and the help of loyal followers of the civic-minded fans. Jessa, this is something we can all like.
That is really impressive. And moving on, now you say now is a good time to volunteer. Why is it important for citizens to volunteer this time of year?
During the summer, there's so many people that are on vacation. Certainly kids are out of school. Sometimes because of that, there might be a little feeling to take a break from your civic-minded duties.
Thanks, Buck. Looking forward to seeing more about these stories in the Island News. Now for our business report, we have Miss Blakely Williams with the Beaufort Regional Chamber. Welcome, Blakely. I heard the Chamber put on a great Business After Hours event. Tell us a little bit about it.
We did. Thank you so much. We partnered with the City of Beaufort to host a great Business After Hours last week. We held it in the Commerce Park, which was recently purchased by the city, and had a great crowd for the event. We incorporated a mini expo into the event where we had some of our manufacturing businesses showcase the products and services that they make to our business community. It was wonderful to see folks like Parker Hannafin and the Flint Group, which are worldwide companies that have a manufacturing presence in northern Beaufort County, showcase their products. It was a great event. Thanks so much.
So the event was at the recently purchased Commerce Park. Did you support the purchase of the park?
We did. Yeah, that's exactly right. The city just purchased the Commerce Park in May, and we supported the purchase, the annexation, and the zoning changes for that. It's steps that we thought that we need to make to get the Low Country ready to be open for business. It's a sign of our commitment to economic development in the region.
Great. Well, hey, I understand that Happy New Year is in order as you've just begun your fiscal year. Any changes this year?
That's right. It is a Happy New Year. July 1st began a new fiscal year for us. And our new chairman of the board, Frankie Denmark, will continue the great work that we've been doing. You'll continue to see a focus on economic development, tourism marketing, and military protection and preservation and enhancement will be a big focus of what we do. We look forward to another great year. We've been in business since 1892 and expect another great year.
Well, thank you, Blakely, for your report.
Thank you.
And coming up, we'll report on your local newsmakers. Keep watching for more Beaufort news. Welcome back to the Beaufort News. The Beaufort Redevelopment Commission is making news, and we have Jonathan Verity to discuss the Civic Master Plan. So welcome, John.
Well, thank you, Jessa.
Well, first, can you describe the Beaufort Civic Master Plan?
I'd be happy to. The planning process really begins with the city's hiring of the Lawrence Group in Charlotte to do their comprehensive plan, which was approved in December of 2009. And coming out of that was an effort on the part of City Council to actually implement the plan by creating the Civic Master Plan, not just a comprehensive plan. So they asked the Redevelopment Commission to do that. The Redevelopment Commission was originally made up of 5 city commissioners and 4 citizens at large, but they changed it to 8 citizens at large and 1 city council member to coordinate the activities. And for starting then in January of 2011, we began the process of meeting with citizens and getting the master plan out into the community. So it's been a wonderful process. It's involved 5 different areas of the city: the area downtown, the area along Rebo, the area along Boundary Street, and on Ladies Island.
And what is the form-based code process?
Well, this is, at the same time, the city, county, and the town of Port Royal have been looking at redoing their zoning ordinances. And the form-based code is really evolving into what we hope will be the Beaufort Code, which will be new zoning regulations for the city of Beaufort that will be more appropriate for today's uses and today's desires for additional housing. And it's going to be a very broad-based advisory committee, or advisory committee has been established, or will be established by City Council in the next couple of weeks to help advise the various aspects of the new zoning rule. So it's a comprehensive look at zoning and very much a community-based involvement.
And what is the neighborhood involvement in the planning process?
Well, that's a key factor. Obviously, with a small town like Beaufort, we're really interested in getting as much input as we can from the neighborhoods and the people in those neighborhoods. So we've had many neighborhood meetings, and as the plan continues to evolve, we try to get people to come to meetings and tell us what they think. So that's an important element, and we found recently in the 100 Pines area that a lot of people are interested. The plan itself is being significantly looked at again in terms of connectivity and roads, et cetera. So it's a very important process. The people have opinions. We're very interested in those opinions. We want as much input as we can get so that we can move this whole process forward.
All right. Well, thanks, John, for the information, and we appreciate your insight.
Good. Great to be here. Thank you.
In other news, we have Heidi Owen, the new director of Friends of Carolyn Hospice. Heidi, first, what brought you to Beaufort and why?
Well, I was fortunate enough a few years ago to visit here, and after spending 18 years in North Carolina at a hospice, I decided to make a transition, and Friends of Caroline just seemed like a great thing to do. I had built a hospice house and done a lot of other things with capital campaigns and implementing programs, and I want to do the same thing down here if we can.
Great. Well, what do you see for the future of Friends of Carolyn Hospice?
Well, I believe that Friends of Caroline can grow. One of the things that's great about us is all the care is free, and we're able to do that because of the generosity of the public, the community. But the best thing about it is, unlike other Medicare certified hospices, which we're not, we don't have to adhere to those guidelines, meaning we can serve patients longer regardless of their prognosis guidelines or their treatment options.
Well, are there any upcoming events you'd like to tell us about?
Oh yes, there's always something going on because you know, the need to help people out. We've got to have fundraising activities. We've got one coming up July the 27th. It's part of the Festival of Trees, and it's called Christmas in July and the Jingle Jog. And what we've got is a 5K race starting 6:30 at Coosaw Point, 6 o'clock at Coosaw Point, and then that's followed by fun times. Christmas in July, we're going to have snow, all kinds of things, barbecue for the kids. We're going to have swimming and activities and entertainment by Drysdale Entertainment. We've got side street walkers. We've got all kinds of things going on, but mainly the snow. And if people want to participate, we encourage them to go to the festivaltreesbeaufort.com website, sign up for the 5K race. If they raise $100, all their family gets to go to Christmas in July and enjoy all those activities free of charge. So we're really looking forward to that, and that of course will be followed in December by the Festival of Trees. We hope everybody in Beaufort really participates in that. That's going to enable hospice to be able to serve more patients who are terminally ill in their homes and assisted living facilities. So we're really looking forward to those fundraisers, hoping people come out in July at Coosaw Point and also at the Festival of Trees. And again, I want to stress to everyone that I appreciate all the activity and all the volunteer work that people are doing with our fundraising activities. Thank you to Beaufort. Thank you to everyone for making my time here a great deal of fun.
Well, thanks, Heidi. Sounds like some great events. We look forward to it.
Thank you so much for having me. And again, we look forward to all the fundraising events that are coming up.
All right, want the scoop on local arts and entertainment? Mark Shaffer of Low Country Weekly will have your report when we return. Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Want to know what's happening out and about in Beaufort? We have Mark Shaffer joining us to give us the scoop. Welcome, Mark.
Thanks.
So far, Water Festival is in full swing. Tell us about some of the live entertainment we can look forward to.
Good stuff coming up this week. Thursday night is the Low Country Supper. The music is by Too Much Sylvia. They're a great party band that's been around for a couple of decades. They kind of do a little bit of everything, some funk, some retro 80s and top 40, even a little bit of country. Friday night is the River Dance with the rockers The Design. They're out of Raleigh, literally one of the hottest young bands in the land. We're not kidding here. They're led by singer-songwriter Catherine Robichaud. To call her dynamic simply doesn't do her justice. Think of it this way: if Concrete Blonde and The Clash had kids, this would be the Brood. And you can check out their website at thedesignmusic.com sort of get a taste for them. They are not to be missed. Now, if the park's still standing after the Design show, Saturday night things wrap up with the Commodore's Ball and the Headliners, their six-piece horn band. They do a little bit of everything from big band, classic 50s, 60s rock and roll, beach music, Motown, disco. Just bring your dancing shoes, Jessa.
All right. Well, the Friends of Hunting Island have their 4th annual sand sculpture contest coming up. Would you tell us a little bit about that event?
Absolutely. It's become very, very, very popular in just 3 short years, and you can enter as an individual or a team. It runs from 1 to 4 p.m. on the 28th, and the contestants just need to register beforehand at North Beach near the lighthouse.
And we hear folks can look forward to live music that day too, is that correct?
Absolutely. It's a beach party with the side street walkers. They'll be on location to make the day more fun, and you can get all the information by calling the Friends of Hunting Island Communications Director Bruce Donoff. He's at 476-3022.
Great. Well, now in its 8th year, this is a popular contest with local photographers who love having their work showcased in the annual Beaufort County Land Preservation Calendar. What is this year's theme and how do you enter?
Well, this year's theme is Beaufort County birds and their habitat, something that showcases the Lowcountry extremely well. And photographers can submit photos of birds in their selected habitat naturally. You can submit up to 3 photos. And the winning photos will be published in a 2013 calendar to serve as a public information tool for the county's rural and critical land preservation program. Jessa.
Great. Well, thanks, Mark, for your report. And thank you so much for joining us, Beaufort. I'm Jessa Jeremiah. Join us next time for your Beaufort News.